Welcome. I'm the Deadwood Jedi, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're in the Doom Tower again, guys. Day 6, I believe it is. So we've hit that next level. So we're going on, what's it called? Floor 41, all the way up to floor 50, try to get that next boss. I don't know, but I think that this is where stuff really starts to hit that next level. I have a feeling that since all the bosses for the first 40 floors were pretty equivalent, none of them were crazy hard. I didn't find the difficulty was really scaling from floor to floor to floor, just the different mechanics of the bosses. Now I'm thinking that we're going to start seeing some real challenges. So my guess is the second level of bosses here from floor basically 50 to 80 are going to be a little bit tougher. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. But as usual, let me do some of these runs, get through it, and if something comes up, we'll stop and we'll talk about it. And basically, I'll see you guys again when we're about ready to face the boss. So let's give it a shot. Hey guys, so yeah, interesting thing happened when I was filming this. Totally forgot to take my mic off mute. So that was kind of annoying. So anyway, I figured I'd jump on top of things today and kind of talk a little bit over while we're going through this. So obviously you're facing the Scarab King, so I'm keeping in as many of the couple of turn meter reduction. I got Cold Heart in Destroy gear, got Valkyrie, I've got Valerie, and I figured I'd try this out. Now, first time through, not great. By the way, like these waves, they're not really hard. Like it's not like the damage these champions have is super high or the HP or anything. We were able to take them down pretty quickly. But 3 Krisks? Are you kidding me? 3 Krisks? Pretty rough start getting through that. So that was annoying, but it's fine. We're able to get through that pretty quickly. That's just kind of what I'm showing here, is getting through those Krisks. The hard part is the next part, dealing with the Scarab King. Now, Cold Heart's great. The Destroy gear is fantastic on her, guys. You're gonna see when she hits, especially with that that max HP hit, it does a massive amount of damage. Not really massive damage, but the maximum HP reduction is really big. So definitely something you want to do is get the Destroy gear. It's gonna make the Scarab King pretty easy peasy, in all honesty. I didn't have a whole lot of trouble with this champion or with this boss. The hard part was staying alive, making sure I had the shields up the whole time. That's really important. Also having block debuffs up. That I found to be really helpful. It didn't kill us, because we did get some debuffs put on us, but it didn't kill us. Now in this example, I didn't have everything timed perfectly, right? My Valkyrie is a little too slow. My Valerie, the timing wasn't perfect. Valerie also puts up a really small shield, so when the Scarab King hits, it can destroy that pretty quickly. Turn meter control is very effective here, but it's not always necessary. If you have Valkyrie especially, being able to counterattack works wonders. Taking the single hit is fine. It's the double hits that really get you. The one thing you want to be careful of, if you do bring counterattack, when you counterattack without a shield, guess who gets a counterattack on the counterattack? I don't know that that's a mechanic anywhere else in the game, and it's very frustrating, but that also gives it a really nice challenge, and challenges are good. You can see Cold Heart is already down. You can see there is the fair amount of HP reduction already done just from her initial strike. So Cold Heart in Destroy here is great. You can do that with a Royal Guard, a Septimus, anybody that does max HP reduction. Putting Destroy gear on them is going to be really effective against the Scarab King. Once you get that down, all of a sudden it's done. Now this is just going to be a slow boss, I think, any way you slice it, truthfully. I'm sure someone will come up with a speed team for this, but in general, you have to break through that shield. You have to really get that max HP down. It takes a little bit of time, so it's not an easy breezy thing. It takes a little bit of work, and you can see there I quit. I was like, this is not working, not the speed we wanted. Probably doable, yes, but not at the speed we want. And that's the thing about the Scarab King. Probably not going to kill you super fast if you can bring sustain and turn meter reduction. The thing that is going to hurt you, though, is just going to take forever to get through it. So I rebuilt it. I brought in Drakel. Drakel, I think, is a fantastic champion for this boss. Gives you increased defense, increased attack, so you hit harder, you defend better, gives you a shield as well, which heals you a little bit over time. That's a really nice touch. So if you can bring Drakel, you can bring another shield champion. Vergamkar is a great option, but there's tons of others out there for you guys. I know Metal Shaper is really kind of meta for the first stage of this. I'm not sure at these higher levels how well he plays, but bringing in some kind of shield is really helpful. And then you got to bring some damage, and that's kind of the trick to it. So I think this team might do it. If not this one, then the next one. But I'm gonna go ahead and just let you guys watch the rest of this. I think I said pretty much everything I need to about this team, this boss. We've done this before. The mechanics aren't anything new. It's just about going through the best ways to get it. And he's definitely tougher at this stage, but definitely not unbeatable. So enjoy. Oh yeah, I'm also on the screen right now. Just try to ignore me. even if I'm talking, I'm not going to say anything. It's all muted. Putting the music underneath, that's more important. Enjoy it. You guys can see there, we failed. Too many counterattacks were hitting us when we didn't have shields up. That's a huge problem. So counterattack's great, but you gotta make sure you have the shield there. Cold Heart went down too early. We lost a couple other people, and all of a sudden it became like either it's gonna be this long struggle or it's just gonna be a waste. So definitely you wanna make sure you have your shields up the full time. That really does mean 2 shield champions. It also, something you also want to get, decreased defense and weaken. I brought Lydia in. This is the comp that works. Makes Cold Heart hit so much harder, makes the boss so much faster and easier to get through. That's going to make a huge difference for you guys. Obviously, I have OP champions, Siphi, Lydia, Valkyrie, like 3 of the best champions in the game. But I know there's other ways to get around this. There's other ways to do this. So I'm sure you guys can find it. Another champion would be great. Rosin does decrease turn meter, does decrease defense and weaken. That's going to be great for the boss. The waves are, you can get through those. It's not impossible. They're actually not crazy difficult. It just takes time. And when you're bringing in 2 shield champions, that helps a lot. As always, shield set on one of them is a huge help, at least at the beginning. But yeah, this shouldn't be too hard. You guys can watch it. Guys, pay attention. Right here, right towards the end, the shield breaks and this cool green shatter thing. It's really important, and it's so cool. I think it's just about to go right here. Did you guys see that when it shattered, when Cold Heart hit with that last one? It's such a cool kind of mechanic, like visual mechanic, I guess you'd say. But yeah, there it is. We took her down. We took down the Scarab King. Wasn't a huge issue. The big thing is that destroy gear, guys. 40% max HP based off the damage. When you put on a max HP champion, that's a huge amount of HP that is reduced and makes Scarab King really not that difficult overall. Obviously, the champions you have make a huge difference. Make sure you have those HP champions. Guys like Drockel and Vergum Call, really helpful. Now this stage, this is the worst. This is absolutely the worst. Look at that. It's all rare champions, rare attack champions. So I don't have any support. I don't have any defensive champions. It's just rare attack champions. Are you kidding me? Oh, so awful. I have 2 level 60 guys at this. I have Kale, and I have Frozen Banshee. That's it, man. That's it for my level 60 rares attack champions. This one's hard. So hard. I'm gonna let you guys watch me fail over and over again. Basically, you need decreased defense to make the attack champions hit hard. Well, who do I have? I've got War Maiden. Kind of it, guys. There's a couple other people out there, like there's that the bloat champion with the anchor. That's a good option, I guess. There's 1 or 2 others, but really there's not a lot. So it's a very difficult stage. This is the kind of secret room challenge that I want. I would have way preferred this over what we had last week, which was the lizard, or yesterday, the epic lizards. This is way more interesting, right? Attack champions, rare champions. I'm like, okay, I have a lot to choose from, first off, but maybe I haven't leveled all of them up, but now I have some people to look for and try and get ready for. I have the whole month to beat this stage. The whole point is to get the fragments for this champion off of this stage. So I can go ahead and level these guys over the next month, try to make this something possible. This is way more intriguing to me than the Epic Lizard one. I actually kind of like this style of what do you call it? Like limiting of the champions you're going to have. Gatekeeping, I guess you'd say. This is much more in my wheelhouse of something where I'm like, yes, I support this. I think this is good for individual accounts, individual players, and like just in general progression stuff. I think this is way interesting. So this is something I'm intrigued by. It's awful. I do an awful job here. I do have Cold Heart at 60 as well. That's the other champion I have. Cannot do it, but we're gonna struggle and try for a little bit. So you can watch my ineptitude. So that was it, guys. That was me trying so badly to get that secret stage room. I still haven't done it. I do know that I have time, though, right? I get those silver keys every day. So I don't have to finish it today. I only need one key. I can spend the next month working on that, just like the Epic Lizards. So I can spend some time leveling up my chances, spend some time getting them geared better to be more successful. Maybe all I can do is just nuke those waves, right? Just hit hard, hit a bunch, and try and make it work. Maybe I get a second War Maiden leveled up so that I have decreased defense for every wave attack. I honestly don't know. I only need one champion to survive to pass that room. That's all I'm looking to do. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This challenge is getting real, guys. I think once I hit about level 60, 70, I might not even be able to get through the waves. I had to switch up my wave mechanic halfway through on this one. I don't know if you guys noticed. I brought in the double coroners for some really intense turn meter control. I think that's kind of the thing you're going to want to do. Start looking at bringing in some provoke champions, some turn meter control champions. I think champions like Killian or like Elegaeus, some of our fusion champions from the past, are going to be really useful getting through these waves because they're bringing dupes and triples of champions all the time. You saw those 3 Krisks? Boy, rough. Bringing in Elegaeus for that can be really helpful. So I think we're going to want to look back at some of those fusions we've had over the time. I'm not saying the Plarium was smart enough to plan this far ahead, but it's sure turning out that way at the very least. So there's definitely some options there, guys. Hopefully you guys have the champions to do it. If not, hopefully normal mode is working well for you. And if you're struggling like I am on hard, once you hit that spot you can't advance any further, that's when you hit back to normal and start pushing through that side of the Doom Tower. And it's going to be really, really useful. You'll still have those keys to keep struggling and trying on hard, trying to advance, but then you can go back to normal and still use those gold keys to advance yourself. So lots of options there for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.